Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're here at The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio for the don'ts of visiting Columbus. And my first don't for you is something that a lot of our fans from here in Columbus have wanted to make sure that I reiterate to all people visiting here in Columbus. And I want you to think back to school. And in art class, you learned that the primary colors, well, two of the primary colors are yellow and blue. Well, here in Columbus, you don't wear yellow and blue. They are not the primary colors here. The primary colors here in Columbus are scarlet and gray for The Ohio State University, okay? So you Michigan fans, don't bring your yellow and blue here. And yes, I know, I can hear the Michigan fan now in the comment section. Well, actually, it's not yellow, it's maize. Look, hey, guess what, Michigan? Nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares. It's blue and yellow. And if you're a tourist coming to your Ohio State or coming here to Columbus, try to avoid the yellow and blue because people actually might say something. You're from, the University of Michigan. So I just want to let you know that to kind of get that one out of the way for your safety and mine, okay? Now, the second don't I have for you is more for the Columbus, the city in general. And I think it's important because when people think of Ohio, they think, oh, well, there's Cleveland and Cincinnati. And then, oh yeah, Columbus is like the third city, right? Because it doesn't have an NFL team. Well, look, don't think that Columbus is the third ranked city when you come here to Ohio. It's actually one of the largest metropolitan areas in the Midwest. And it's a fantastic place, whether you're seeing the nice neighborhoods in Upper Arlington or you're exploring downtown or going to the German Village. There's tons of stuff to do here, and it's not an also-ran in the cities. I mean, people kind of knock it off because, oh, they don't have the NFL team. They don't have the Bengals or the Browns. I mean, honestly, who's actually the best football team in the state of Ohio? Yeah, the Ohio State Buckeyes. They're the best team in the entire state. So don't let that make you think that this isn't a city worth visiting, because the museums that are here, the parks that are here, the North Market, there's so much to do and enjoy when you're here. And if you want major league teams, yes, they got Columbus Crew, Major League Soccer. They've got the Blue Jackets for NHL. Yes, they have a AAA team, the Columbus Clippers. They have a lot of stuff here that big cities have. So don't think Columbus is like a small city. It actually is quite big and has lots to do, and really does have the best football team in the state of Ohio. Now, my next don't for you is don't skip out at coming to visit a mauling here at the shoe. Oh, sorry, a mauling. Sorry. Don't skip out at coming to a game. Look, the Ohio State Buckeyes are by far the best team and have been the best team in college football in the Big Ten for a long time. So if you come and watch a game here, it is crazy. This stadium holds like over 100,000 people, and the tailgating that goes on around here is incredible. And the people are such mega fans in this city that it's just such a great experience to go. I mean, I came here for a game. I remember the first game I came here many, many years ago. I saw Illinois, my alma mater, play Ohio State, and I was the only Illinois fan, all surrounded by Ohio State fans. And they were very cool with us, but also Eddie George ran for like 275 yards with like 6 touchdowns. I mean, it was a destruction of Illinois, but everybody had such a great time. It was hilarious. For my non-American friends, translation of a 275-yard game with 6 touchdowns would be like if Messi or Ronaldo or Pele scored like 9 goals in one game. I mean, it was a total destruction, right? But it's such a fun thing to do, and it's such a great experience. So if you're here in the fall, don't skip out on a chance to watch a mauling game here at the shoe, all right? Now, if you want to see some other feedings when you are here, another don't I have for you is don't skip out on the Columbus Zoo. It's consistently ranked as one of the best zoos in the U.S. and is really great, not just for families. I mean, I love going to zoos. I'm an adult, I like going to zoos. This is another really great zoo you can visit in the U.S., so don't skip on that. And honestly, if you really want to chillax, one of the really nice places you go to, the Botanical Gardens, or I should say it right, the Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. Look, they have seasonal displays with the flowers inside and out. So if you have a cloudy day like this where it might rain, you can still go and enjoy it. But on beautiful days, you go see all the foliage that's out there, all the plants that are out there, all the beautiful flowers that are out there. It's a really relaxing place to go, no matter what age you are. And on days like this, I'm a little chilly and I want to get a little cozy. Well, you can get cozy here in Columbus. And when I say cozy, I don't mean like cozy like this. What I'm talking about is the Center of Science and Industry, okay? COSI is one of the best science and industry museums you can go to in the U.S. And what's really great about it has tons of interactive, activities and exhibits on display that you can take part in. And so if you're here with your kids, this is a really cool place to go with kids. And if you're not a kid, you can still get something out of it and actually learn when you're here. You don't just have to learn at The Ohio State University, you can learn at the museums here as well. And Kosai is a great example. Now, if you are here on a Saturday and it's not a football day, well, it's open on football Saturdays too, but another thing is the North Market. Don't skip out on going to the North Market, okay? So the North Market is it's basically a public farmers market here on Saturdays. Starts about 8 o'clock in the morning. There's a bunch of vendors that are there. You can get, your fruits, vegetables, breads, honeys, all kinds of little things to do. It's a nice kind of Saturday morning thing to do. I know Mom's weekend, if you're here with Mom, it's a fun thing we can do. Or Dad's weekend, it can be a fun thing to do because, they might wake up really early and want to do something. You're like, oh, the game is until 3 because we actually get good game times. Well, it's something you can do when you are here. And honestly, going to the North Market, it really gets me thinking about another don't I have for you is don't forget to explore around Columbus, okay? Because if you want to go up to Upper Arlington, okay, the houses in Upper Arlington, I mean, they're gorgeous when you drive around. There's some nice, restaurants that are there, bars that are there. You can have a really nice time. It's actually about 2 miles from the stadium is Upper Arlington. You can have a nice drive through there and check that out. You can go to the Short North Art District and see the murals and the buildings there, or go to some of the quirky shops and the restaurants that are there. You can head out to, the German Village, by downtown. Yeah, I mean, they have Sausage House, and they spell house the German way. I mean, come on, you got to go eat when you're there, but it does have some cool architecture. It's got some nice shops, but you want to go there to eat, I mean, in my opinion, but it's a nice place to go. And the thing is, there's also a lot of museums you can see when you're here. Like I said, the Columbus Museum of Art. I mean, there's a cartoon museum and library you can go to. So there's a bunch of things you can actually do when you are here. That's not just going to a football game. And one of the things I like to do when I am here is if you go to Jenny's Ice Cream or Grater's from Cincinnati in Columbus, they have great ice cream. I hear their ice cream is fantastic. I mean, the boys were like, Dad, this is really, really good. And of course, they have Buckeyes, Buckeyes, right? The peanut butter ball covered in chocolate. They have that in ice cream form, which is really good. I like the s'mores one. That was my favorite. Liam loved his cookie dough. I mean, they have fantastic ice cream. And yeah, still be lines, but it's worth the wait. So don't skip up. Now, another don't I have for you, and if you read through the comments below, you'll probably see some of this, and that is don't doubt the locals' pride in the city of Columbus. If you see anyone attacking Columbus for anything, they don't have an NFL team, they're not a real city, they're just the capital of Ohio, anything people say disparaging about their town, people from Columbus stand up and say, hey, we don't need an NFL team. The Buckeyes are better than any of the other teams in this state. Or maybe you forget to say the in front of the Ohio State University. They might point it out that you missed that. But the thing is, sometimes it can be a little over the top with their pride. But when you come here and you visit Columbus, I mean, it's one of those cities that you don't really think about as a tourist destination. You don't really think about it very much as going someplace because you think Miami, New York, Las Vegas, those are vacation destinations. But actually, the city, when you're here, I think it's like Kansas City in a way, that it's a town that when you're there, you understand why people really love living here and they really defend it as much as they can because they have so much pride. But you really see how the city and the university, everyone really kind of sticks together and really has pride in their community. So that's a really nice thing to see when you're here. And another thing I think is nice is actually Columbus, for being as big of a city as it is, you actually do still get some really nice people. So don't skip out on getting any advice from the locals when you are here, because that pride makes them kind of like mini tour guides. So they'll tell you, this is the best taco place to go to. You want to get some Buckeyes? Go get this little place here. They got good ones that they made. Or my grandma is going to bring you some this weekend for the game. I mean, you have these things there. And so don't skip out on the advice from the locals, because they will help you out with these things, okay? Now, I guess I need to remember, I meant to mention this earlier, but on the Saturdays in the fall, when the Ohio State Buckeyes are playing here in town, don't bother driving anywhere near campus, because the city kind of shuts down, and except for the roads that are traffic jam craziness, to get here to tailgate and have a good time. And since their games are usually in the 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like later games that are like prime time for watching football games because they're so good, the city gets kind of locked up a bit. So even if you're not going to come for a football game, if you're coming here in the fall, it's a good idea to look and see when those home games are, because the hotel prices go up and the vacancy availabilities go way, way, way down. So if you're going to come in the fall, make sure you're checking out and booking early your accommodation. Now, I know we've focused a lot really here, on the outskirts and the different things all around town, but another don't I have for you is don't skip out going to downtown Columbus, because you'll see it when you're driving in on the highway, like on 70 coming in, you're like, I can see the skyline. Look, seeing the skyline, going downtown with the parks and the promenades that are down there, the bars, the restaurants, the architecture, downtown Columbus is worth visiting when you're here. I know we usually stay up actually in Upper Arlington because we have friends that live there, and going to, you know, a game, it's a lot easier when I can walk to the stadium than I have to try to park here. It's nuts. But honestly, going downtown is a cool thing to do, all right? Now, I know I've said a lot of really positive things about Columbus, but I mean, as any traveler, you know, I got to talk about the truth. And one of the things I have to say is, you know, don't think that Columbus is a perfect city. I know I said that people will defend it tooth and nail, but we have to realize is, you know, Columbus does have a higher crime rate than the rest of the state of Ohio, or higher than average crime rate. So do use your usual traveler sense when you're coming here, okay? If you're gonna be out and having some libations at night, you know, keep your eye open. Make sure you use an Uber or get a taxi to go home, okay, for safety. Don't leave valuables in your car if you're parking out on the streets. Just, you know, usual common sense when you travel, because I don't want you to think this is all, we can do anything and enjoy. I'll wear my Ohio State stuff and I'll be fine. No, there are some things you do need to be concerned about, okay? So I just want to make sure I put that in there to help you have a better time when you do come here to Columbus, because if you're driving across the US, it is worth a day or two to stop by and see the museums and go downtown. And if you could take in a game, take in a mauling, because my goodness, I never had so much fun watching my team get totally destroyed in a game. Anyway, I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great time if you're coming here to Columbus or in Ohio in general. We have other videos to help you with the Midwest, maybe the don'ts of visiting Chicago or the don'ts of visiting Ohio, or check out Jocelyn's channel where she talks about what to eat when you come to the state of Ohio. And yes, Buckeyes are #1 on that list. Anyway, I wish you all the best. I'll say bye from here at the Ohio State University. Oh, right, and one more thing. Don't forget the in front of the Ohio State University, because whenever you see people talk about it, they always make sure they put that "the" in there. Bye.